Is the author of Proposal 202 present? May they please approach the podium? There is an amendment for Proposal 202, so please listen carefully, delegates. In line 3, add the words, "for life," after the words, "in jail." So it should read, "in jail for life." In line 37, it should also read, "in jail for life." Author, you're now recognized for your 4-minute opening summation. You may begin when ready.
Jack Johnson, Tennessee. Well, first I just want to say that it's an honor to be up here. I know a lot of you just voted me a load of yell at me, but still it's going to be good stuff. So let me get started. In the United States, we have a serious problem of overcrowding in our prison system. Some by over 33% of their specific capacity. With more and more arrests occurring, these numbers are only going to continue to increase. Because of this, we are continually spending more and more money on our prisons. Thus, we need to find a solution to cut down on spending and to decrease our prison population. That's why I propose to institute a mandatory death penalty for all those in jail over the age of 70 who have a life sentence without a chance of parole. We currently spend about $3 billion a year on health care for prisoners, the higher ends of these costs going toward the elderly. Now, this targeted group of people are the ones who will be in jail the rest of their lives and are going to cost our country money until they do die. The average cost of a regular prisoner is $22,600. Now, the average cost of an elderly prisoner is 3 times as much at $70,000 per year. That comes to be about $6.16 billion each year spent on these demographic of prisoners. Now, I think I've got a very unique solution, and this proposal would save us money and cut down on our prison costs. Thank you very much, and I yield the rest of my time to my summation.
Tom Feeney, representing Mount UN. Thank you, Sir Chair. America. It's a word that, when heard around the world, brings upon many different types of feelings. Sometimes ones of dislike or disdain, but many times a feeling of respect, because they know the power that this country has. And the reason for this power is because ever since our nation was created 234 years ago, we have strived with all of our effort to improve our nation and not giving up. This proposal suggests that we should give up on our justice system. We are a country that never gives up. This goes against all of our ideals. Killing these people would not only be showing that we are giving up, it also shows that we are putting money for human lives. It is ridiculous. Life is invaluable. I believe that we should keep these people alive no matter what the cost. Money is worthless. It's something that it cannot buy any of the important things in this world. It can buy, of course, consumer goods, but that compares nothing to time, love, or again, human life. Even if you are for capital punishment, I strongly suggest you wisely consider your position on this proposal. For capital punishment is punishing a criminal that has been sentenced to death by the judicial system. This would sentence people to death who are not this would kill people who are not sentenced to death, therefore being completely unjust and stripping people of their right to liberty and a fair trial. Also, capital punishment is, again, as I said, for a reason. This is unreasonable, and it's only for something that we titled money that when you really think of it, is useless. And also, we, as a developed nation, kill more than any other developed nation in the world, save for China, a country who we see as inhumane and lacking human rights. Do we really want to be closer to their level? There's one great sin that we can commit in this world, and that is to steal from one another. Stealing life is also known as killing. The government would be stealing lives from these people. They would also be stealing liberty from these people. It is something that our entire nation should be united against. While we're at it, why don't we kill the handicaps? Because aren't they just a drag on society too? This is just as bad as that, and we must stand against this. No life is a waste on society, because our forefathers decreed that everyone is created equal, and that's why we created this country. This proposal says that we should unjustly strip a fellow human of their unalienable or guaranteed rights of life.
I'm sorry, delegate, time has elapsed.
Saran Jane from Colorado. First of all, before we begin this debate, I'd like to say that I don't want to have a debate on the death penalty. We've already done that. I want to have a debate on prison reform right now. When you walk into a prison and you look around for the people on death row, you don't really expect to see, say, an elderly man sitting in a wheelchair. His legs are limp and he is helpless and he's just sitting there. And he has to stay there, sitting there for 20 years. You don't expect to see that. And yet, 11% of U.S. prisons are consisted of these people over 50 years old. And you say that 50 isn't very old, but people in prisons age 10 years earlier than people outside of prisons normally do. So elderly prisoners right now are increasing their amount in prisons. And these defenseless people are trapped for life and face especially dangerous conditions. For example, these facilities are not designed properly, so it's dangerous for them to even go and use the restroom. They are consistently attacked and assaulted and stealed from, and they can't even go outside because they're scared of other people attacking them and abusing them. Now, some of these people want death, some of them don't, but all of them don't want to stay in the prisons that they are staying in right now. And so we need prison reform right now. And I'm not saying that this proposal is perfect in giving prison reform, but it is a start because we have to eliminate this abuse that's going on in these prisons right now. And right now, prisons are overcrowding. They're 33% overcapacity, and so there's a huge recidivism rate because these prisons are not able to treat...
I'm sorry, delegate, time has elapsed.